Solo DMZ play is wild. Since Season 1, it's been the most satisfying way to play, letting you control difficulty and boost loot rates. Watch this, it'll change everything you knew. Next, I'll show results from 3 stages, totaling 6 matches. These include 2 big gold runs, a TV station run, and high-quality small gold runs. All were played back-to-back with no cherry-picking. I was shocked. These results are real. Here are the 3 stages. In the first stage, the DMZ lobby only has special ops bots. There isn't a single real player, and sometimes there aren't even any highlighted bots. In the second stage, there might be 1, at most 2 real players. In the third stage, there are highlighted bots and only 2 or 3 little Candymen. That's right, you can even get into a match where there are just 2 or 3 of these little Candymen. Then you can really practice your aim. See if you can hit them like this. If you can't, well, give it a try after your match. Adjust the difficulty as needed. Let's look at the speedrun looting strategy. It's the fastest way to grind stars. Note that all extracted loot matches in value. No need for a private room, just grab the outside safes and extract. Whether you get a big haul or not, you won't lose out since there are no real players. Head straight for extraction. It's smooth and efficient. The second approach is no high-level loot spots. First, let's demonstrate the first stage, bot-only lobbies. As the name suggests, bot-only lobbies have no real players, just regular AI enemies, and not even the special AI units, so there's absolutely no threat in these matches. To maximize the amount of loot we can bring out, we just take a pistol which lets us carry 2 primary weapons. Also, go in without a helmet, armor, or headset so you can bring out an extra set of gear. For mag pouches and backpacks, pick the largest ones you can. There's no need to bring a splint gun, and this way all the gear you extract will be in pretty good condition. When we enter the first match, the very first thing we need to do is really simple, and that is, as for the AI enemy's gear, just bring a key to unlock safes. This will really speed up your looting. Our task is super simple. Grab the gear from the AI or special AI units, then loot every safe and high-value loot spot on the map. To show you how forgiving this is, I'll waste a little time and just knife a special AI unit. See? Even with just a knife I can take them down, so if you're using a gun, you'll do even better. At this point, some of you might be wondering, if I bring in some gear to farm, won't I lose money? Yeah, you'll definitely lose some, but there's a mechanic in the safe zone you can actually a master key is vital. Since 90% of high-value spots are uncontested, you'll likely find one. Using it on the main room costs nothing. If you don't find one, just loot the 9 safes outside. To stay efficient, loot behind others. For instance, after North Wheat, don't rush the guest room. Double back and loot toward the center instead. Remember, when we're inside the drone, we only go to the regular loot spots. Why? Because we want to grab all the loot on the map. See, we just found a master key card at the villa. But be careful, when you open it, make sure to drop the card first or else you'll use up your master key card. I meant to open the main guest room, but ended up opening the villa instead. I can't even imagine how much I lost there. If you come across a high-level attachment box on the way, you can loot that too. Just carry a knife the whole time and loot as quickly as possible. Also, this version's advanced guide for the lockdown zone will get even better next season, because in the next version, the drop rate in the lockdown zone will be increased. Based on all my testing in the current version, if you loot more than 90% of the high-level loot spots, even if you do not get a single gold item, you can still get over 300,000 points. Next version, if you are lucky, hitting 1,000,000 points will not just be a dream. Even if you are unlucky, you'll still get 500,000 or 600,000. Whenever you pass by an experimental supply box, make sure to open it. Look at this run. I got really lucky and picked up both permanent stamina and muscle boosts. Remember, don't skip any of the high-level loot spots, not even the recycling station, because every spot could surprise you. Now we're at the richest place on the whole map, but also the most frustrating for me, the main guest rooms. I ran out of master keys, damn it! After clearing the entire second floor, I only got 1 small gold item. Honestly, I was a bit disappointed at that point, but I never expected something so rare to happen to me. In this high-level weapon crate, I actually found a targeting module. It was pure luck. I used version 1.08, not 1.688, to rig drop rates. This was a normal run, but explaining won't help since it gets crazier. I don't even skip the mainframe, yet I forgot the bridge pass exemption. What if gold was in there? Losing the key is one thing, but watching the replay, I can't believe I missed exemption A. For this first run, I wanted to be thorough, so you'd see the loot spots. Later, I'll just show the route map. By the lake. There's a high-tier loot drawer, some clothes, and that loot crate over here. Then in the greenbelt area, don't miss the 2 sets of clothes either. At the cemetery, you can't skip the weapon crate, the clothes, or the airdrop canister. When you get to the green area, you absolutely have to check the medical box. I often find small gold items there, though this time I didn't get one. Inside the small room, all 3 containers count as high-tier loot spots, so make sure to check them. A lot of people overlook these 2 containers. One is a large weapon crate, and the other is the airdrop canister outside. After you've cleared out the area, don't forget to grab the insurance on your way out. A lot of people overlook the suitcase on the 2nd floor here, and you definitely need to check the drawer next to it too. At this point, some players might be thinking about extracting. Don't. You want to stick around and loot what others leave behind, because these rooms still have some high-tier loot spots. Especially this one. Not only does it have a drawer, but also clothes, and both can drop high-quality gold items, so make sure to pay attention. You can even get the secret suite at best. After you come out, make sure to check the hazmat suit and the supply crate in the small house too. Then, our main focus is to loot these high-tier loot spots, and we'll do this in every single run from now on. So if you watch my route, you'll see it's always exactly the same path every time. In our very first one, we walked out with over 800,000. Take a look at this route. If you add up the cost of the entry ticket and the keys, the total expense is just a little over 20,000. Check out this run. We searched 120 containers. For the second run, we used the same gear, no helmet, no armor, no headset. We spawned at the checkpoint and started sneaking around as usual. Good news, right at the start I found a universal keycard in this drawer. Bad news. I forgot to drop it on the ground before opening the safe, so I ended up using it to open the safe. I can't believe it, this happened 2 runs in a row. I was just stunned. Luckily, I had a high-value gold item in my insurance, which gave me a little bit of comfort. I also found a key and another gold item in the high-tier suitcase right next to it. Let me explain again. I'm not intentionally manipulating the drop rate or anything. Honestly, even I started to feel like something was off. The account I'm demonstrating with is using version 1.08 for the first time, and this version only slightly increases the drop rate. Getting this much loot is really just a coincidence. As for the film roll, the more you use it, the better and more obvious the effect becomes. Right now, this account is at the end of the first stage, which means there might be some disguised players coming in. There's nothing I can do about that. At the start, this account was always protected, so its strength is really high. I only used it once and got this result, which is already pretty good. After taking out 2 special AI enemies, I found a TV station key on the 2nd floor of the hotel. Honestly, having this happen 2 runs in a row? There might be an explanation, but it doesn't matter. More mysteries are coming. Looking back, it still hurts. With such high drop rates, I wonder what I missed in those guest rooms. While looting a house, a disguised player snuck up and hit me. My account is so strong, I ran into real players earlier than usual. So annoying. I lost 800,000 in supplies, but luckily had 300,000 in insurance. Now, let's see the second stage, which features special AI enemies and a few others. And then, everyone, take a look at the value I brought out in the stats. They're all from consecutive runs. By the way, I predicted that this round would be an ideal land bot-only match, so I activated the enhancement. Of course, I've successfully predicted this many times in front of lots of students, so don't worry. The value from this round doesn't count since it's not a lockdown run. Even though they're all bots, we already said we'd only count lockdown runs, so we won't include the enhancement round. Most people would run with loot now because real players sometimes appear in special ops bot matches. But I judged this round was all bots, so the map is player free. We keep looting. Even with ideal land in my bag, there's no worry. In the end, we successfully extracted with all 11 insured items. I'll show my routes and stats so you can verify these were played back to back. Why do I dare to do this? Because the teaching content is real, so all the demonstration footage is authentic. Since it's real, what's there to be afraid of posting, right? There's no need to carefully pick and choose so many rounds, is there? Just think about it. If you had ideal land in your backpack, would you dare to run across the whole map like I do? Probably not, right? But I'm different. That's the confidence an all-bot match gives me. If there are no real players, what's there to be afraid of? Now, what we're demonstrating is the second stage, which means in this round there are special ops bots, but also 1 or 2 real players. In other words, from this point on, we need to play a bit more strategically. Right now, we're playing on a second stage account. After we finished looting the motel, we saw that the artificial lake area had already been looted. What does that tell us? It means there's someone at stable number 1, and now they've already headed toward North Wheat. But there's no rush. They'll probably pick up more stuff along the way. So we'll double back and loot the grain first. Otherwise, we can't just chase them all the way to the other side of the map and then come back for the safe, right? That way, we can grab it easily, right? But unfortunately, when I came back, he had just run to the extraction point. Man, the extraction point was too close, and he just left right away. Ugh, that's frustrating. But our Villa insurance compensated us with a kill, so you can go, you can leave, it's fine, I don't need you anymore. Honestly, extracting with the gold head isn't a bad deal either. Now, I really feel like I can't explain this one, guys. Take a look, everyone. The algebraic values all match up. So in this round, I only fought 3 bots, didn't do anything else, and just extracted with 750,000. In the last round, we only had 1 little sugar figurine. So now let's jump straight to the 3rd stage. At this stage, there are usually 2 or 3 little sugar figurines, and the number of special ops spots drops noticeably, maybe only 1 or 2 left. After this round, there's really no way to explain myself. Not only did I find an antique pearl embryo, but there was even a palladium wire out in the open. Wow, 2 high-quality gold items? How am I supposed to explain this? Utopia? 2 big gold TV station keys? Even the lowest value items are 2 high-quality golds. How am I supposed to explain that? I'm really at a loss. The previous account was only used once, but this account has been used 3 times. Now, let's take a look at the difficulty of this match. Some of you might think my skills aren't that great and wonder if you can practice. Of course you can. You can practice with the little sugar figurines since their skills are about the same as yours, but you'll always have a slight edge. Always win by a narrow margin. As you keep practicing, your skills will improve, right? Look, just like this round. So close, but I barely won. If you're a complete beginner, then you should go into the drone mode and practice your shooting skills with the special ops spots. Once your aim is solid and you want to work on your technique, just move on to the 2nd or 3rd stage and practice with the little sugar figurines. Some people get nervous when they see real players in an actual match and don't dare to aim properly. But look, isn't it much easier to practice like this? And if you're lucky, the way they modify their guns might even make you laugh, giving you some emotional value too. You see, this version satisfies the treasure hunters, the loot scavengers, and even the newbies who want to practice their skills. More importantly, you can also use it for aggressive attacks. Hold on, let's demonstrate a higher intensity version. Anyway, just adjust it slowly according to your own situation. Look, once you can stay calm in real matches, your hands don't shake, and you can follow your instincts and dare to aim, then you're ready to go on the offensive, right? Looted or not, check the hotel. You might find an unlucky player taken out by a squad. I still make mistakes. For instance, I haven't used that universal keycard once, which is awkward. This round, I grabbed the loot bag and ran. With 1 bot and 2 Vine guys down, I'm basically an attack expert. The experience is great and value is rising. Players search nearly 100 times per match. You can start with a good gun to go offensive, but I'm still going headless, sticking to the edges. Because there still aren't many real players. This is only the 3rd stage after all. 1 gold key and 1 quality mini gold. Alright, I've gotten used to accepting reality. It's honestly just ridiculous. Let me try to show you guys something over here. When you're practicing as a beginner, see how cooperative he is? Usually when I try to train him, he just kicks me right away, but now he's actually willing to help me practice moving targets. People always talk about dueling with the guards, but I never even see him before he kicks me. How am I supposed to practice my skills like that? I still prefer these kinds of matches, where the skill levels are about the same. I always win by a hair. It's so thrilling. The second guy here was playing team deathmatch, but we took him out right away. The third one was a little glutton, trying to check out my team's loot, but I took him down too. I'm telling you, he was seriously loaded. Just look at how well he modded his gun. Fully upgraded TT9, you've gotta have one. And the T03 with the red dot sight all the way up front, you've gotta check that out. Hurry up and loot the spoils. The all-out attack for this round is already over. So, what do you think? Isn't this version of the tutorial super comprehensive? It covers everything you need, no matter what kind of player you are. There's something here for almost everyone. That doesn't include the pros. If you're looking to challenge experts with thermal scopes, we can't help. We rarely see them, and when we do, it's usually just overconfident newbies we can take out instantly. So, if you're hoping for a high-level showdown, it won't happen. If something can't be done, let's just admit it openly. Now, take a look at this modified gun. Don't put the scope all the way at the front where it blocks your view. Next, let me sum up the advanced training for you. We don't really need to include this assault rifle since our biggest strengths are still stability and ease of use. You've all seen the results of our advanced drone training in the 108 blockade zone. With the current 144 drop rate, you can actually break even in just a few days, and we can keep running drones or special ops spots non-stop. This isn't a one-time thing. Use it as much as you want. You could even use this version to earn extra money and improve your life. This special edition is independent. Content isn't shared, so you can't upgrade it, and other versions won't match these results. Don't buy it twice. More updates and beginner guides are coming soon. Thanks for your support. I'm Lion, bringing you high-quality, dedicated tutorials.